Well, it was January 17th, 1944, and this gentleman named Richard Holt, he was a water tender, which is the next grade up from a fireman first class. He was 21 years old. I worked with him, and he was supposed to relieve me, and he was late. And somebody come in, and I asked him, did they see Richard? He said, oh, he's over there. So I went over to see, and over where they say he was, there was a gas tank there, and there was a lot of people around here. And what they did, Richard and a fellow named Goodwin volunteered to go down this ladder into this gas tank and measure it, to see how much gasoline it held. And Goodwin felt a little faint, and he climbed up the ladder, and when he did so, the ladder went down in there, and Holden never showed up, and there was a gentleman named William Ping from Detroit. He jumped right in the tank, never seen him, and I had just gotten there. And for some reason, there was a line, a rope on the ground. I don't know who put it there or why it was there, and I grabbed the rope and I tied it around me and I handed it to somebody, I don't even know who. And I went in the tank and I held my breath, and the gasoline was up to my chest here. I hung on and just dropped down. And I kicked around the bottom of the tank, and I kicked somebody, and he was soaking wet with gasoline, so he was quite heavy. So I finally got him up overhead, and somebody said, I got him. And then I took a big deep breath, and I passed right out. Then they pulled up on a rope. When they pulled up the rope, by pulling into my stomach, evidently I got another gas of air or something, because last I remember, my face was against this fellow's rear end, and I was dangling right in that, like that, in the tank. And next thing I woke up, I was on the ground. There was doctors over me and the whole bit. And Ping, the other kid, I understand they got him out with a grappling hook afterwards. So two died. Goodwin lived, and I lived. I mean, it was so. But I used to throw up every time I smelled gasoline for almost a year after that. And then the Navy put a piece in the paper that the tank was empty, and these people got caught in a pocket of gas, fumes. But I have medical records where it shows that Goodwin and myself were saturated with gas. Clothes were saturated with gasoline, and you don't get saturated with fumes. I mean, but anyway, so anybody knew anything about it got shipped out of here. Goodwin went for a pension. He was from New Hampshire, because he got real sick. It affected his stomach. I guess he swallowed gas, whatever it did. And I lost a lot of eyebrows and hair and stuff like that burnt right off in the gasoline. But I got sick, but I never got sick as Goodwin did. I mean, now, the doctors claimed it was from the gasoline. And he was having a hard time, and I wrote that letter. I wrote that to Mr. Goodwin, who gave to the Veterans Administration, and after they read it, they gave him the pension. So I'm glad somebody got something, because we didn't even get thank you. Not that I was looking for anything. To this day, I don't know. And I don't know why they didn't have the blueprints, or why they didn't even just pump it out and then fill it up to see how much it held. But they put these two fellas down there. There's no way. They had to get hurt. Engineering officer named Reardon was in charge at that time, and I don't even know if he knew something about it. And all I know is that Reardon turned pure white within 3 months. I mean, he aged something awful, probably worrying about what happened. He was responsible, even if he didn't give the order. It shouldn't have been done. Holden was 21 years old. He was a water tender, third class, and he come from Fall River. I went over to his funeral. I was a pallbearer at his funeral. And Holden was 21 years old. Ping was 27. He was a seaman second class, and Goodwin was attached to the air flyers unit, some flyer unit. The Navy, when that accident about the gas tank happened, they packed my bag. Didn't take long. Well, 4 days. I just had got married a little while ago, knocked on the door, handed me a boat ticket and a sea bag, and off I went up to the Fargo building. And from there I went down to Philadelphia to a water tender school. And from there I picked up a destroyer, went through the Panama Canal, and spent a couple of years in the Pacific. Everybody that knew anything about this incident got shipped out. Because somebody asked me, why'd you do this? You don't know why. You just do it. I mean, if I had to think about it, I don't think I would have done it, but you just don't do it. I just regret that the fellow that, Holden, which was a friend of mine too, that he didn't live, I mean, it's one thing to pull somebody out and live, and somebody that died, so. I did everything I could. There's no. I couldn't have done any more. I mean, I did what I could do. In fact, I held my breath longer than I could hold it. I never thought I could hold a breath that long. But I know one thing: gasoline is the coldest thing in the world. It's like worse than ice water. I'll never forget that. I can't get over it, and I don't think I'll ever would, because this was just a waste. It's a shame.